Yo, what up, sports fans? Back to Buds and Sports with your three hosts and buddies. Doug, a.k.a. Lightning Leche, a.k.a. Lil Dougie. Spuddy.
You already know what it is. Spuddy McGee here.
And Mr. Francis.
Hey, what's good, everybody?
And we are back here today with the Draftkings episode 2.
Week 2,
Hey,
baby.
another
Week 2.
chance at $1 million.
Week two. We had a, pretty solid or subpar week 1?
I mean, you know, we had a couple lineups land in the green last week.
I landed with $10. $10.
I landed with 8.
Hey, you know, if someone would have stayed healthy, maybe. I'm not going to say any names, Mostert.
Hey, you would have came. You would have been in the green
yeah.
too.
Yeah, I mean, my lineup with $8 had Mostert on it. So there was a lot of potential there.
This man's been getting slandered for the past 3 episodes.
Yeah, but we'll let that
All right, let's let him live.
yeah, we'll let him live.
All right, so
He's recovering.
we're going to start today's episodes off like we always do with the QBs. And I'm going to get into it. We're going to start off with the money picks. If you're looking to spend big on QBs, look no further as the number 1 guy, Kyler Murray, is going to go off again.
Ooh, he's
Wait.
calling it again.
Hey, that matchup looks juicy against the
It's a
Minnesota
nice-
Vikings.
Bro,
Nice matchup.
if Burrow's going out there
with one knee.
One knee.
With one knee.
you telling me Kyler Murray with two legs
Hey, Joe Burrow was low key Tebowing
He
and
was.
destroying him.
destroying them.
He was.
So yeah, if you're looking to spend high in quarterback, definitely go Kyler Murray because
I don't disagree with that pick.
yeah, you know he's gonna go off.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
If we're gonna stay in the high picks, there's a lot of juicy matchups I see, but I'm gonna go high, but also save you just a tad bit of money. Sticking with my same guy. Let's go, J-Bo.
J-Bo. He got upgraded, baby.
Hey, you going with your same 2 quarterbacks last week, huh?
For the high picks,
For
yeah.
the high picks? Okay.
Yeah. Well, see, J-Bo was in the
J-Bo got
value
upgraded.
last time.
Yeah, J-Bo got upgraded from value to high now.
But you like him at this price still.
I know it's a divisional game, but Carolina's defense nothing to brag about.
Mm-hmm.
They still got Kamara back there. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get down the field, and as long as Jameis Winston does what he did last week, was
No turnovers.
no turnovers. As you seen last week, he didn't have to throw a lot. He only got 148 yards, but he still threw 5 TDs.
Just do
Yeah.
it.
Well, not just that though. Was it Deontay Harris? He's looking like a streaky bomb threat for him. So I mean, he's got weapons there, low key. They're not big names. He was able to make what he got, which was Harris, Johnson, and obviously Kamara is going to be the security blanket,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mr.
always.
Reliable. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Winston's a great pick.
Yeah,
I mean,
in between Winston, from the number 1 guy Murray to Winston, there's a lot of guys that look very good for the high price. Because honestly, you can pick Dak, Herbert. I feel like that game's gonna be
that one's
out.
gonna, either or for them. You
That's
know,
going to be a very popular game this week.
And just so you guys know, Deshaun Watson is priced at 6,600 because that was him in a Tyrod Taylor jersey. That's why he's there.
stupid.
This man is convinced Deshaun actually played last week.
he did.
He took off his helmet multiple times. You telling me that was Deshaun Watson?
There's 8K shots.
But speaking of Tyrod Taylor, we're going to switch over to the value picks if you're looking to save money at quarterback. I like Tyrod Taylor for 5,500 against Cleveland.
I feel like a weird game is happening there.
Like, here's the thing. Cleveland has a nice defense,
Yeah.
but if you're looking just to take that possible, like, not a lot of people's picking him, you can save some money and possibly he can have another game like he did against. I mean, I know it was the Jags and he's playing a way better defense, but I don't know. I feel like Texans at this point, from what I've seen, Texans got nothing to play for. They're just go out there and just play.
Let's just play football.
Backyard
Hey, let's
football
just play
right
football.
there.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
let's just play football. Fuck it.
Ain't nobody expecting the Super Bowl from us.
Hey, yo, because Taylor and Cooks had a really good connection that game against Jags.
That's exactly what I feel like went on in the locker room pre-game, game 1. Hey, guys, no one's expecting us to do nothing. Go out there and play football.
And honestly, ain't nobody watching, bro. They ain't watching.
Hey, like my quarterback always told me, Damn, what does my quarterback tell me?
Hey, just be prepared. Be prepared.
Yeah, shout out to J-Mo for that one. That's good, bro. He dropping nuggets week 1.
Hey, that's MVP shit right there. MVP.
Shout out J-Mo for that one.
All right, another money saver. Teddy Two Glove, Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Two Glove.
Priced at $5,400.
Hey, you jumped over mac and cheese. You don't like mac and cheese this week?
I trust Bridgewater more than Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if Tyrod Taylor can go out there and look like Deshaun Watson, Teddy can at least go out there and look like Culpepper.
Yeah.
This man's saying a lot of crazy shit right now.
Hey. No, but you're right. Teddy Two Gloves has a very nice,
like
very
Jackson
nice
defense. Obviously, another brag about. Look what Houston did to him. Unless Houston goes out there against Cleveland and light it up, like
Yeah.
Teddy should have a nice, solid game.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon's looking nice.
I
So
think
he'll
very
have a run
solid game from Bridgewater.
That's if you're looking to save money. If you can go Mac Jones because that Jets defense is also nothing. Really
Would you guys agree that Brady, Prescott, and Herbert will probably be the most 3 owned this week?
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
I would agree.
Because you got Brady, Winston Herbert. I would even say Russell Wilson is a great high but safe pick.
Like high, but a pivot play.
Yeah, but he's a safe pick as well because you know he's going to get his points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
But you don't think the ownership will be as high as like a Brady?
No.
Prescott, and Herbert?
I think Wilson will
those
be
games
mid.
just-
Actually,
juicy.
I think Wilson is priced at a great price where people think he's like there's better picks for cheaper
Yeah.
cheaper price,
exactly.
but it's Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you take that risk, you
Yeah. But
That-
if you
that
want
can
a for
work
sure guy,
but
Russell.
yeah,
I think another wild card one would be Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts against the Niners.
Weirdly, because he's just been ever since last year too. He's just been putting up solid numbers,
just very solid numbers.
numbers, and
he looked nice.
he could have
I
a
know
terrible
it's
game, but still put up
Yeah.
good fantasy numbers.
I mean, the fact that he does love to use his legs. He's not scared to just take off. Mm-hmm. So
just to move around.
for fantasy purposes, yeah, he could get those rushing touchdowns, throwing touchdowns.
You know who else is priced not high as I thought they would be is Stafford. I thought Stafford would at least go up to like high 9,000. I mean,
Yeah,
6,000.
Stafford's in an interesting spot this week with an interesting matchup.
Because Hurts is above him.
Yeah.
So, what about Kyler Murray? Would you put him in that list with Prescott, Herbert, and Brady?
Like a lot of people are picking him.
Top 5 ownership. Like
The only reason,
Probably since he had high results.
but reason I feel like some people might want to go
The
with
8,200.
Yeah, just to save.
and there's
some-
juicier matchups at cheaper prices. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, the 82
But
is kind of
I
scary
feel
that
like-
you want to commit to.
Murray's in the Russell predicament. Where I don't know. Me personally, I feel like that's for sure. He's gonna eat. Come on.
I mean, yeah. So I guess 3 pivot plays we could agree on is Jalen Hurts, Stafford, and Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those are some 3.
Yeah.
You know, if you're trying to have a contrarian lineup and be different,
Yeah.
you could go that route.
Yeah, when it comes to the the big spenders and shit like that. But for the value, I like Teddy Bridgewater, shit, even Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
You know,
Where's Burrow at this week?
he's
5,800.
Hey, that's pretty nice.
I know it's against the Bears, but I feel like they're pretty balanced because of the receivers he has and Joe Mixon kind of like spreading out the defenses. So.
And I don't think we should be as scared as to the Bears defense as we have
used
been
to
in the
be,
past.
yeah.
They
No.
could
Like, they're
hold.
not the same. They're
They
not
could
the same.
hold, but they could also let plays go.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So you're right. I kind of like Joe Burrow at that price with that matchup. He might be a low ownership guy just because
It's the Bears.
It's at Bears.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But hey, that's a pretty good one. There's a lot of promising
Yeah.
promising spots here.
So just a quick review of the quarterbacks for my personal list. We have for the high dollar quarterbacks, Kyle Murray. I think safe pick. We have Jameis Winston, 6,100 isn't too high, but higher than most. And I think if you want to save a little bit but still have a pretty solid pick, I think Winston's good. For values, Tyrod Taylor, 5,500. I think he should have a good day. I mean, it's kind of a gamble, but I think if it pays off, it'd be a nice gamble to take.
He's mobile. He's mobile.
And then last but not
Mobile
least, Teddy Bridgewater at 5,400, who I think actually is a more better gamble than Taylor. I don't know why he's priced
in this
that
matchup.
low.
Yeah. No, I was looking at that. And that's actually crazy that they still have Deshaun Watson priced higher than Tyrod Taylor. As
He's
Watson,
priced higher than a lot of people.
Yeah. It's like
Starters.
I mean, do you think if Tyrod goes down, he's the next man up? Like, is he suited?
No, he's inactive. The coaches are
inactive.
putting him
He's in a suit and tie.
I fucked up.
If that earns you any points.
That's what I was going for. I was going for the.
So what's up? Hey, yo, Draftkings, show your work.
Show your work.
6,600.
Hey, DraftKings is like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
There's a chance. Hey, there's a fucking
We
chance.
can't afford to put him at 4K just in case.
Just in
You're
case.
gonna break the tournament. You're gonna break the lineups.
But yeah, we'll end the quarterbacks on that note.
All right, we'll move on to running back.
All right, Francis.
Nope,
Hey,
I'll pass it
All
off.
right.
lay it down, brother.
You know, I think it's a given every week that you can trust Christian McCaffrey. So I'm not counting him as a pick. But the only reason I find it interesting this week, he is versus a tougher defense, and he's almost 10K. Mm-hmm. So
That's a rough one.
realistically,
Crazy. 10K.
I mean, in a way, right? If that kind of scares people away, he now becomes a low ownership guy, and it's Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
You know,
If you get Christian McCaffrey, you better be good with your value pick.
yeah,
Like, you got to be
Nail
spot
him.
on.
you gotta nail him.
Because you know he gonna do his.
But I guess my first one, you know, above that 6K range, I like Austin Eckler this week against the Dallas Cowboys. I think a lot of people like this matchup for fantasy purposes. We're expecting a lot of points on both sides. Eckler, you know, he can get those games where he's getting a lot of carries, a lot of receptions,
Yeah.
throwing a couple touchdowns. So there's a lot of promising potential with Eckler this week.
Yeah, there's a lot of unexperienced youth on Dallas's defense as well.
Right.
So he'll burn some linebackers
Yeah.
that are trying to cover him and shit like that. So
You know, I'm not really sure what happened with the game script last week, but he did get 15 carries and a touchdown, but he did not get a single target for passing plays.
yeah, which is weird.
It is weird, it being Austin.
I don't
Eckler.
know if it was the potential injury he had, even though he did play and had his rushes, but some of it did go to the rookie running back that's behind him. So it was kind of split in
Splitting.
that situation.
Yeah.
I think he'll get more involved.
A larger role this time. Yeah. I feel the same.
Yeah.
I think my next one, right above the 6K mark, we got David Montgomery at 6,100.
Very nice.
He's versus the Bengals. Montgomery, honestly, he went against one of the tougher defenses in the league, probably top 5 defense, and he was able to grind out 21 DraftKings fantasy points.
Pretty
so-
damn good.
I think I don't think there is a matchup left that is too scary, and then versus the Bengals,
Yeah.
he's at home.
Why?
I think he might be chalky this week. I'm not gonna lie. 6,100 is a nice price, and he's at home versus a not so great team.
Might drive some attention to him.
Yeah, he might be chalky, but at the same time, there is potential where he gets to that 35 point range. So at that point, you're gonna need him in your lineups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, I see Montgomery ceiling this week being around the 30-35 range.
Yeah, and it's weird though because like honestly, Montgomery doesn't strike anyone as I feel like to the masses as a popular pick.
No.
So he could be chalky because if people paid attention, like he did this to the Rams,
Right.
but also he could probably get left under the radar as well from the bigger names or the younger names that are starting to come in. So just keep an eye. I agree with that pick. Definitely heavily.
I mean, I'm hoping. I have him. I'm not gonna lie. I have him in several of my lineups.
Real quick, back to your Eckler pick.
Yeah.
Dallas lost one of their really good DNs this week.
DNs?
Yeah.
So they're hurting on defense. How many
Yeah.
players did the Cowboys lose on defense?
2.
They lost 2 starters.
2 defensive ends. One because of
Yeah.
COVID.
So
other one broken foot.
Eckler might be looking
He
juicy.
might real juicy,
Just
throwing that
plain out
out.
run.
chalky but juicy. Yeah, that's another high ceiling guy this week. Moving on to the value picks, right under the 6K range, we have Melvin Gordon at 5,900 against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think I like it.
You know, I know it's only week 1. I know it's only one game, but Melvin Gordon looks real healthy this year.
He does.
He's showing burst. He's showing cuts. He's looking like he has a nice, healthy set of legs.
He got
under
some
him.
point to prove.
Yeah.
He got some point to prove.
And I think the more he runs like that, the more he's just going to take the volume away from the rest of the running backs. You know,
as long as he holds on to the ball.
as long as he holds on to the ball, exactly. He does.
I think he worked on that over the season, the off season.
Yeah.
I hope so.
And I think having Teddy Two Gloves there and just all these weapons around, there's a new energy on the offensive side.
I've been seeing some clips where there is a different energy with the offense and Broncos. That there's a lot more confidence.
There's more confidence, more excitement. You know, they believe in themselves. They know
they believe they can win.
They believe they can win. They believe they can put up points, and having that confidence on an offense, you know, that's only going to help them out. But Melvin Gordon had a very strong week 1. I expect a lot of red zone visits in this game by the Broncos. I see their defense stepping up. I see them getting a lot of possessions for their offense. So just a lot of potential for the Broncos on the offensive side.
And Broncos offensively, like they seem like a grinded team on offense, but that can throw the ball. So expect Melvin Gordon to get touches where he's supposed to just like kind of like run up the middle to get some yards, but he might break away from those ones and be scoring off a 40-yard run type of shit.
Right, big plays. Okay, for the second value, honestly,
Mike Davis.
I like 2 guys here. I wasn't gonna pick Mike Davis. I like 2 guys.
That was
here.
the argument last week. Remember with Mike Davis and Melvin?
Yeah, that was. But Melvin definitely got the upper hand this time around. 2 guys here. The first one, I'm gonna go with Leonard Fournette against the Falcons at 5,100. Ooh. Dougie has no faith.
Hey, can you hit him with the
You know, in a game where I'm either it's one or 2 things. It's a shootout, which is gonna, you know, a lot of points on both sides, or the Bucs are just gonna straight destroy the Falcons.
Yeah.
Either way, I see a lot of red zone visits. And Leonard Fournette last week, he had 9 carries. Almost got to that 10 mark, but he had 7 targets.
He did have a lot of targets.
They threw to him 7 times. So in a game where they're going to be in the red zone a lot, and Leonard Fournette is starting to come out as like the clear starter over Ronald Jones.
So you have no fear over Ronald Jones.
At this point,
even though they say that Ronald Jones is going to start this game.
Did they say that?
I heard Arian say that.
I heard rumors that Tom Brady isn't a huge fan of Ronald Jones.
I was just about to say that. So one thing I did notice with those 2 is I do think Tom Brady favors Fournette more.
Oh yeah,
because Fournette is just scrappier and he fights for shit. And Brady likes that. Brady likes that.
And I think Brady knows Ronald Jones has a fumbling issue, and that's something he can't stand. Like we're driving the ball. Hold on to it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think Brady likes those momentum killers.
But
it's the same thing with Fournette, though.
I think, but as of late, I think he might have been more trustworthy. Between the 2, he's a little more trustworthy.
But it's funny because Brady likes Fournette, but it seems like Arian likes Jones a little bit more.
Yeah.
So there's conflict. There's conflict.
Get a hold of Bruce Arians' number.
So hey, you know what that means?
Let me put it
Giovanni Bernard.
No, what I was going to say is if the headline is saying Ronald Jones is starting, Leonard Fournette's going to go 30 points.
Yep.
I got this shit down.
There's a lot of get Bruce Arians' number because I got something.
Bruce Arian logic right there. You're starting,
logic.
but he's getting way more touches.
He's getting the fantasy points.
This is Bruce Arians' logic. Ronald Jones, you fumbled. Your bench. Next game, you fumbled. play the whole game as punishment and go off.
Ronald, you fumble. Fournette, you're benched.
You're benched.
All right.
I'm confused.
Well, at 5,100 at home against the Falcons, I like Fournette at 5,100. Just if you want to take a chance, I really think he's going to be a contrarian pick. I don't think a lot of people are thinking about Fournette this week.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
A lot of people don't want the headache.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. And of course, the second one has to be Elijah Mitchell, Mini Mostert.
Yeah.
After that Raheem Mostert injury, he's out for the season. They're going to try to make Elijah the starter. I think it's temporary. But as far as this next game, I think he's still going to take the volume.
Yeah.
It's up to him to keep that, though. If he has another nice showing this game, he might keep it going. If he starts to cool off, I think JaMychal Hasty gets a little more touches. But
How about Trey Sermon?
Trey Sermon,
He was a healthy scratch last week.
that's the thing. They chose, out of that whole room, they made him inactive last week, which tells me that, not to say he's a bad player, because I've seen him play. He's good. He knows how to run up the middle. He has vision. He's good. It's just there's a full room, and you have to make decisions. And to me, Hasty has kind of popped out more. He's had more big plays.
Yeah.
In this past game against the Lions, Hasty didn't start, but he picked up a huge 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
There was a 3rd and 10. They gave him the ball. He had to make a move, a nasty cut to pick up that first down.
Yeah.
And it's plays like that I feel like the more he pulls shit off like that, the more he's gonna get playing time. But for week 2 purposes, we're just gonna focus on Elijah Mitchell, and he should take the volume that Raheem Mostert was gonna take.
Yeah.
And at 5,000, starting running back against Philadelphia,
I would
I
say
like it.
I like it too.
I like it in the Shanahan system.
Yeah,
I like it.
a nice offense. Yeah.
I like it. So that's gonna wrap it up for my value picks. Who else did you guys see on this slate that you guys want to talk about?
Dougie, you go first.
We're not gonna mention Robert Mostert priced at 5,600.
You still talking about Mostert, bro?
You still calling him Robert?
I didn't know his cousin was on the slate.
Exactly.
Cousin.
I know Big Cousin was on the slate this week.
Well, while this man is still sad about fucking Mostert, I'm gonna say Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb against okay.
Yeah, I
against the Texans.
I still think he'll provide a good amount of volume there.
Oh yeah.
Nick Chubb and Joe Mixon as more of the higher picks, I feel like, should still, produce.
Joe Mixon can be a contrarian pick this week against away at the Bears.
Yeah. He'll still get his touches and he'll grind out. I feel like he'll grind out 100 yards, no problem.
You think he'll get that bonus? There is that Draftkings 100-yard bonus.
Yeah. I think he'll grind out that 100, no problem.
You think he could reach that? Do you think he could reach 100 receiving yards?
That I do not know.
Let me see. He only got 23 last game.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Joe Burrow is going more towards receivers for that.
Yeah.
And if he needs to do checkdowns, he'll get his checkdowns, but not big checkdown yards.
Okay, Nick Chubb or Joe Mixon between the two?
Chubb.
I would pick Chubb. I would really pick Chubb, but another pick that's kind of a wild card for me because it might backfire. Mark Ingram.
Hey, tell me why I was hovering over his name for a minute.
Yeah, like I honestly,
he played for Houston, Deucer starter, but Ingram's just that player that just
grindy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a scrappy.
Not just that, everyone had questions about the whole backfield in fucking Texans, but he ended up with 26 touches.
26.
That's insane.
For
what was supposed to be a committee.
Guys like Christian McCaffrey reached that number. Dalvin Cook. Like, they gave Mark Ingram 26 carries. What the fuck? That kind of blows my mind a little bit.
Veteran presence right there, and I really feel like it might happen again this game. Now, will he produce what he did last week? I don't know. But knowing that he's going to get that amount,
volume.
Anything can happen.
I think there's a chance that he might blow up. So if you want to take that chance,
Take it.
'Cause that's a big volume.
That's a sleeper value.
Anything else, Dougie?
I kind of like that.
Something to be lookout for if you maybe on a, like I said, something maybe nobody's taking. You're just looking for a home run. Kenyon Drake. Because right now, Josh Jacobs is questionable. He's hurting.
So you're saying if he's ruled out, Kenyon Drake now becomes a value play.
Or even if he plays, I still feel like, because he played last game, but Kenyon Drake split.
Yeah, they split the Monday night.
The Monday night because he was hurting. And Drake scored. Did he end up scoring, right?
No, he had 0 touchdowns, but he did grind out 12 points, fantasy points.
Yeah.
He got 6 carries and got targeted 5 times, caught all 5 targets for 60 yards. I mean,
he's more of a dual threat.
Yeah,
He's more of a dual threat than Jacobs. And with that injury, that's going to be prone for Drake to have more touches.
And with playing against that nice Pittsburgh defense, I think they're going to be playing from behind at some point. So they're going to be throwing it more, and I think that's more opportunities for Drake
to get more of the receiving.
Jacobs.
Yeah, I hear you. I can see that game script happening.
Just like a home run hitter if you're
and you said, I mean, and the fact that Josh Jacobs is nicked, even if he gets cleared to play, you don't know if that injury is going to get aggravated.
Yeah, and he got cleared to play last week, and he still split the snaps.
Well, yeah, I think he was on limited snaps because in the end, during overtime, they didn't even want to give him a chance at the goal line.
Yeah.
So I think he really was hurt.
That's what I'm saying. That's what tells me, like, oh no, something's wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong with
why
him.
wouldn't you give it to Jacobs at the 1?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
you're gonna let Carr do a QB sneak?
Drake could be a possible play this week for sure.
Yeah, let Carr look.
Well, part of the reason why he was questionable too was not only his injury, but he was also sick. So they weren't sure if it was COVID. Then they realized it wasn't COVID.
He just kind of had a cold.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that also goes into how shitty he played.
Yeah. I see.
Or what we expect. It wasn't really shitty. It's just what we expected from him.
From him, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I hear you. All right. Does that pretty much cover the running backs?
That does it for me. Unless you got something else to say.
Yeah, I think we covered all the juicy matchups. All right, you want to take us away with receivers? Spuddy?
That I do. All right. We got to go with the number one guaranteed probably receiver to go with right now at 80,000. No, not 80. 8,000. Shit, my bad.
Damn.
Hey, we can't even afford that shit.
You only starting him.
Yeah.
We only got 50.
D-Hop.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, like, come on. Give this man his props.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. No.
Man.
Oh, man.
I feel like he'll get 2 touchdowns again.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he'll get 2 touchdowns.
I think that's going to be his average for the rest of the season, to be honest.
I'm going to say it first right here on the podcast. I think Hop's going to be the number 1 receiver this year.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay, I agree.
He's looking
if
mid-season.
that offense stays the way it's staying, he's number 1.
I'm just saying, week 1 he looked mid-season form.
Yeah.
So what's his mid-season form? About to look like?
Yeah.
So I like it.
I feel like just the threat that's going around in Cardinals Arsenal gives him more of the free. Like, obviously, people are gonna like kind of double coverage him, but you can't really double coverage in that offense.
Yeah,
because AJ Green could go off,
right?
Kirk can go off with his deep threat ability,
right?
So it's like, they don't know what to do, so they got to play kind of like, cover him but zone up as well. So
and then at the same time, if he double and hop all day, I mean, Kyler Murray's an option himself.
Yeah,
you're gonna lose.
So that's why it's hard to cover that type of offense because you don't want to double cover someone because someone's going to be open. So I think D-Hop, is going to be getting some looks again and make crazy ass catches.
Oh yeah,
always. That man is a highlight reel.
Second pick that I got at 7,000. We got Keenan Allen.
Oh yeah,
Keenan Allen. I like it.
Hey, the Chargers' main volume holder.
I like it.
Out of all the receivers, Keenan Allen's just going to get like majority of the targets.
Oh yeah,
he was the number 1 most targeted last season.
And
all receivers.
I expect it to happen again.
I do too. He had he's already at 13 after week 1
with a shaky Dallas defense. I mean, Dallas defense did pretty good against Bucks offense, but if Keenan Allen lines up against Anthony Brown,
he barbecue chicken.
Yep.
Barbecue chicken.
every time.
Slap your mama good barbecue chicken.
So I expect Keenan Allen to have a pretty good game.
Yeah, I agree.
However that game goes. Another. I'll go to values now. I'll go to my. Actually, there's one more good pick that I want to go. That's right at 6,000. Cooper Kupp.
Cooper.
Cooper Kupp.
I made my lineup I made earlier has Cooper Kupp in.
Cooper Kupp.
Yep, he's already looking like Matthew Stafford's best friend.
Yeah,
Right?
So right then and there, I just feel like it's gonna continue in Indy in the dome.
I kind of like the sound of that.
and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of went into this season.
Wait, what do you like
thinking-
the sound?
I like the sound of you guys thinking Kupp is going to have a great fantasy season.
Oh yeah,
For personal reasons.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
bro, he gonna eat this. Like for some reason, I came into the season thinking like still the golf Rams offense. Like I didn't want to touch Kupp or Robert Woods.
No, bro.
And then for some reason, I don't know why I was still like in that mode of,
Nah.
they're average until I seen the actual quarterback behind them.
They had like
It's not
2
golf.
seasons
Oh,
of
yeah,
greatness.
Oh, yeah, they're good.
They had 2 seasons of greatness under golf, and then it kind of fell apart because golf got limited and exposed.
Right.
Because like I remember the fantasy year with golf, Gurley, and Kupp on my team. I did fucking numbers, but I knew not to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The magic was gone.
Man,
Oh
R.I.P.
yeah,
to
whatever
Gurley.
Bill Belichick did to that boy in the Super Bowl, he was
Yeah.
never
Man,
the same
never
after
the
that.
same.
Exactly. So, but I feel like Kupp and Stafford,
Yeah,
it's a great connection. He's gonna keep on producing. I would go with Cooper Kupp as the low good picks.
yeah, I like it.
I like it.
I have him in my lineup.
Value pick again. Probably I'm gonna champion this one. Thank you to Francis. Corey Davis. Do not care that they're going against New England. He is going to get his points.
Targets. You know,
Oh, Crowder's back.
Crowder is back.
Hey, don't matter.
The only thing I'm nervous about is I don't know if Bill Belichick has the personnel, but Bill Belichick always loves to take your main guy away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always. And I know he knows it's Corey Davis.
Oh yeah.
And
Definitely.
So that's what makes me nervous. It's just I know that might be Bill Belichick's intent. How successful do you think he'll be at it, though?
It's what you said
He's
off the
undefeated
pod, though.
against-
It's what you said off the pad. Backyard football.
Backyard football.
Backyard
yeah.
football. I really think once the pocket goes crazy and once routes go out of the way, Zach Wilson, Corey Davis.
They're connected.
Go this way? Okay, I go this way. Go catch the ball that way? I'll catch the ball that way.
And 2
Belichick
touchdowns
is
later.
undefeated against rookie
Yeah,
Belichick.
Is undefeated. I mean, we're not trying to pick the winner of the game. We just want to know if Zach Wilson and Corey Davis are going to be good enough to put up fantasy points.
Exactly.
Like they could take an L all day. I don't care.
Exactly. Yeah. Give me my points.
Give me my fantasy
Give
points.
me my fucking
know,
points.
and I'm hoping Corey Davis doesn't get shut down. That's all I'm praying for.
Also, too, for personal fantasy reasons.
Personal preferences, and and for this Slate's purposes, Corey Davis can be a nice pivot play because I don't know how scared people are of Patriots defense.
Exactly.
And based on the pricing of him, he's still disrespected, low key.
Exactly. After putting up those points.
You know,
If he's not at least above 5,500 by next week,
I'm
calling Draftkings.
Yeah, I'm calling Draftkings.
Isn't he top 5 receiver?
He put up top 5 numbers. I feel like last week when it comes to the receiver position.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know why he's priced this low. This week I was maybe even 5,800. No, 58, 59.
Hey, that might be the reason because of the Patriots defense.
It could be that.
The scary defense.
It could be that. Yeah.
It is what it is. But yeah, I would say take a chance with Corey Davis though.
yeah,
I like it.
That's
that.
one. Another one at 5,000. Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. I was just looking at that one. I was looking at that
it just
one.
seems like a connection that's just like no matter what, it's gonna happen. They could since he could be down, but that connection will always happen.
Man, his rookie debut: 7 targets, 5 receptions, 101 yards, and a touchdown. That is a hell of a rookie.
Didn't have a great
Showing.
preseason, but obviously Joe Burrow didn't have a great preseason.
Right.
They just threw it out of the way and said, you know what?
Football.
Bounce.
Hey, this is the regular season. We showed up.
And you know what's interesting about this stat line? He had 1 rushing attempt.
Interesting.
Yeah, so maybe they'll use him on sweep plays as well. Mm-hmm. So that's even more upside for Chase, Jamar Chase. Mm-hmm. I like it at 5,000. Mm-hmm. I like it.
And another off the wall pick, I would say for me, Tim Patrick for the Denver Broncos.
I like that one.
I like that one.
That's a red zone threat right there.
That is a red zone big body threat who has shown that he can be very reliable.
At 4,600. So if we need some lower value, ka-chings.
Yep.
Ka-ching.
Yep.
Tim Patrick in the red zone. He's the one that did when Teddy Two Gloves did the little stiff arm step back.
Yep.
Pew!
And the thing is, he's been getting good reviews in the preseason, in his camp.
Hasn't dropped a pass. Caught all his targets.
Got targeted 4 times, caught all 4, and one of them being a touchdown. Tim Patrick is a very, very solid value pick this week. I like it. 4,600.
I would say, go with all that. You guys,
like
anything else we need to fill in?
Another random value. If you're looking for a 4K range guy, I kind of like Marvin Jones at 47. Versus the Broncos. I think the Jaguars game script is going to be similar to the Jets game script this year.
Playing from behind?
Playing from behind, a lot of garbage time. And that's the thing about fantasy football. I love garbage time football, especially when one of those players are on my roster.
It's not about who wins the game. It's
not about
producing
who wins.
at some point in the game.
Remember, we're not picking winners. We don't care who wins the game. We don't even care if there's garbage time. I prefer garbage time.
Sing it, brother. Sing it, brother.
Marvin Jones is a potential garbage time guy.
Garbage time greatness.
Garbage time greatness. That's what we're going to call it. I like that, Spuddy. Garbage time greatness.
That was the team name of my fantasy team that won 1 year.
You know what's up.
Hey, you know who my quarterback was?
Who was your quarterback?
Was from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Garbage time greatness.
Blake fucking Bortles.
On brand. You stayed on brand.
I stayed on brand.
You stayed on brand.
I used to see at the end of every half, Bortles 5 points.
Yeah. Here comes the garbage time greatness.
I'm waiting for the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, 3 touchdowns, 337 yards. They're like, how'd you do that? Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
Blake Bortles.
Bortles. But yeah, if you're looking for garbage time greatness, I think Marvin Jones is in that spot.
Hey,
Marvin Jones.
I'm not mad at that.
So I think for value, I think that's the only other guy I would point out. You got anybody, Dougie?
Just any receiver that
maybe for low value he might hit with Zach Pascal. Some garbage time greatness type shit.
Yeah, not just that. I think he's the number 1 in Colts right now.
Yeah.
So
the most solid, most reliable.
Yeah. He's probably going to be taking up the most targets from Wentz. So
I like that.
And he's probably going to be low usage too.
Yeah, he's not a guy that people think about. Honestly.
None of the receivers in Colts, know.
Yeah, they're most people are going to stay away from that room for sure. Nothing about them is exciting. It's just weird. Pittman Jr. should be their main guy. Should be, but
there's
just a bunch of questions going on.
Yeah, they got to build a better wide receiver room than that.
For sure.
Let's see here. Tight ends.
All right, let's move into tight ends. This one's just going to be collaborative since it's already a thin position.
Yep.
And from this week, there's only a few characters that stepped up to the plate.
Guys, Darren Waller had 19 targets last week.
If you want to spend high value there, Waller.
Guys, basically, he's the Christian McCaffrey of the tight end position.
Yeah.
Literally, Waller's going to be like, so you're up with everyone.
Yeah.
That's the pick you take.
That's the pick you take.
I rank him above Kittle now.
Of course. I do too. Easy. Easy. Gronk is going to be chalky this week, but that is also a solid pick. Who on that Falcons defense is going to be guarding him in the red zone? You know,
best friend.
But Jared Cook, I feel like Jared Cook will be a big pick at tight end this week.
I think that's a nice value and pivot play because a lot of people are going to go Gronk. A lot of people are going to go Waller because he got 19 fucking targets. And so, I think Jared Cook could be a sleeper. Could be a sleeper this week.
I
at
see
3,900.
him getting like 80 yards and touchdown.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Let me
You know who else I can see with that stat line as a sleeper is Hooper from Cleveland.
Hooper and Njoku.
I seen Mayfield.
Which one?
That's the head.
I know, but I'm just saying they're two tight ends at the same place. You think Hooper's going to get more than Njoku?
He got a lot of targets last game. I heard his name called a couple times on a couple good plays.
The thing is the coach did come out and say Hooper was going to get a more expanded role this season.
Okay.
But than last season. But so I thought, okay, they're going to kind of put Njoku in the back burner a little bit. But they're using Njoku a lot. And when he's on the field, he's catching balls, making plays, so I don't see why they would not use Njoku. Yeah. Hooper is a flex play though. Like it's one of those dice rolls.
Yeah.
Because he is going to get touchdowns this season.
Yeah.
Austin Hooper is going to catch some touchdowns.
It's just when will he?
And you could take that chance this week. It's
against
a pretty
Houston.
good, pretty good matchup. I wouldn't be mad at it. But
that's all I like.
you know, the chalky guys. It's gonna be Waller. It's gonna be Gronk. Who would you put as the third most owned if you were to guess?
Kittle
off this slate. You think Kittle?
Yeah, it's pretty.
How many points did he put
Waller,
up last week? He only put up 11 last week.
Yeah, he
got 5 targets.
Honestly, I would even put Goddard because he's probably the other tight end that had a decent showing last week. So, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I like Goddard's gonna put up points, but I would stay away from him because I think people are just gonna drift to him.
You know, here's an interesting one. Noah Fant. He had 8 targets last week, 6 receptions. He didn't score a touchdown, but he grinded out 12 points.
Yeah.
So if you were to add a touchdown to that stat line, he's close to 20.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
He's at 18. He's versus the Jaguars. You're going to get a lot of red zone plays. And I want to say the other guy there, what's his name? Oku. It's such a complicated last name.
I know. I feel you. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I'm not even going to.
I'll go by his first name, Albert.
Yeah.
Albert.
So this guy only had 3 targets, caught all 3, and had a touchdown. But he fumbled. He fumbled last game. So I think I still think they trust Noah Fant more. I think he's still the clear starter.
Yeah,
he had way more targets.
Yeah.
Literally, that other guy would have had a terrible day if he didn't score that touchdown. I think he would have only scored maybe 3 fantasy points.
Oh,
or
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So, Noah Fant could be a sleeper this week. Since everyone's going Gronk, Waller, Kittle, you know, I like that pick.
Yeah.
That and Cook. Those are my 2 favorite pivot plays this week.
Okay.
I would even say another pivot would be Everett for Seattle.
Everett, is he getting playing time there?
Yeah. He scored a touchdown.
He got 2 targets.
He only got 2 targets, but he scored a touchdown. I think red zone plays, he'll get targeted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It just depends how often they're getting into that red zone. But,
yeah.
I mean, it's Russell Wilson.
There's times where they make the big run, but don't make it all the way.
Yeah.
You know, he's a good big body for a red zone target.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? And I think against Tennessee, I feel like it might go up.
Yeah, Everett's one of those, like, if you really stacked heavy.
Exactly.
You know, and you're just kind of rolling that dice for a touchdown throw. That's the one right there. But, yeah, I think for tight ends, that pretty much covers it.
It's real thin in that.
thin.
Real thin.
It's thin in there.
Because usually when you do pick a tight end, a lot of people already have them the same as you. So it's like, you know, tight end, you just want to make sure you get the best value. You know,
Right.
as cheap as possible, so all your other positions could eat.
Right. You guys don't have a favorite lock defense for the week?
We're probably looking at Buccaneers, Broncos.
Yeah.
That's all. That's
all that looks.
Those are the only 2 that
maybe
I'm
Saints against Carolina.
Yeah, Saints.
Yeah.
Saints versus Carolina,
Saints is a pretty good one. I like it.
and even Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm about to say Arizona.
So those would be probably the top four.
Yeah.
Top four defenses.
If you want to get crazy and creative, I will go. I'll go Bengals.
Go Bengals.
Yeah, I'll go Bengals. Fuck
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So, I mean, the offense doesn't look clean in Chicago other than Montgomery.
Exactly.
You know, and the thing is...
Bengals did a good job with Dalvin Cook
Exactly.
for most of the game. But at the same time, now, should I start respecting Montgomery as a guy like that? Because...
Let's give him another game or two.
Give him a little more?
I have fantasy 2 years, and let me just say, give him a game or two.
Okay.
Well, Montgomery got injured a lot last year.
I mean, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so...
He's a hard
If you
runner, man.
really want to, like, you know, fuck around with the fuck arounds, maybe Jets D, you know, Ricky QB, you know, you never know, like...
Are you talking about? You're talking about the world famous Jets? Them? The world famous New York Jets.
Yeah.
Against Mac and Cheese Mac Jones. You know, I'm starting to think
You're
Robert
high
Kraft.
on this Mac train, aren't you? You be giving them nicknames, Mac
Bro,
and Cheese.
Mac and cheese.
I'm starting to
that
think
ass.
Kraft drafted him for.
Macaroni, craft, and cheese. All marketing.
Marketing purposes.
You know how great it would sound? Mac and cheese. Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Hey, yo.
Hey, look at Kraft and Mac and Cheese hoisting up the Lombardi.
Hey, return
bro.
of the Mac.
Wow.
Right.
Can't picture that shit.
I get it. I
After
get
he
it.
gets the Lombardi, that's the year 2 slogan, Return of the Mac. We're going back.
But hey, you know, the Jets could definitely make this a game like the Dolphins did, where the score kind of stays in that 10 to 20.
Yeah.
You know, I could see that. I could, especially if they're going to be playing at home. So.
Yeah.
I feel bad if you're like me and have Washington's defense.
I think between all the bottom, what is this, the bottom 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be
That's the best one.
the best matchup. Yeah, that might be
because
the best
they
matchup.
have the best potential to win as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the softest offense.
Yeah,
They're on this bottom.
Exactly.
6.
They look like the lowest scoring offense. Because you got to remember, New England was one of the lowest scoring offenses
last season.
Yeah.
Not much has changed other than was it Damian Harris is the new running back there?
Yeah.
He looks pretty nice,
But
but still
there's
not
nothing
convincing.
lethal there.
Yeah.
Nothing
Nothing
convincing.
scary.
Exactly.
And if
I
they're
can't
gonna
remember the last time they had a lethal receiver.
if they're gonna win a lot of if they're gonna win games this season, it's gonna be low scoring games, just pure defensive style. You know, they're not gonna put up 30
Once
on
Mac
anybody. I don't
Jones
think.
just fucking starts mac and
Slanging.
cheese over here.
I agree.
All right, well, I think we covered pretty much all the positions.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm confident with what we got out here.
yeah, whatever we mentioned, flex it. Shit.
Like it. We're gonna. I mean, I'm gonna. I think we got some solid picks this week.
Oh, yeah,
Last week, I know Dougie hit some on the head in the quarterback position.
You did.
So you know we'll see how we do this week. And good luck to everybody. Hope somebody out there wins $1 million.
Yeah, for real.
I hope one of us does it this week.
Something. Hey, big money.
But
Big
thanks
money.
for tuning in. We'll see y'all on the recap. I believe that's the next time, right?
Yeah, that'll be. Oh no. No,
what are we doing?
Dougie got his Dookie list. He got to drop. That's the next time you're gonna
No,
hear
but the
from
next time we're all 3.
all of us
Oh,
three.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
that. But the
Yeah.
next content we drop in is
Yeah, stay tuned
Yeah,
for
the Dookie list.
Stay tuned for the Dookie list. You know, there's already candidates on there
Oh yeah, Washington Giants. Washington
coming for your head.
and the Giants. I'm looking at YouTube on the Dookie list for sure.
And then stay tuned for the recap, and then we'll let y'all know how we did.
Yep.
This is Francis. I'm out. Peace.
You already know who it is. Spuddy McGee here. Subscribe to Buds and Sports. We on a lot of platforms, so just go on the search bar, Buds and Sports. You'll find us. That's me. That's my time. Out.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Dougie. I'm about to sign off this thing. You already know where we can find us, Buds and Sports. We're the buddiest buds and the sportiest sports. Yeah, no, I getting it with a laugh. All right, see y'all next week. Peace.